Today is October 4th, and we're going to talk about Scrappy projects and Scrappy yarn. So I took out all of my Scrappy projects that I have going on. Actually, that's a lie. I've got in that box right there, Marled Mania, so I'm going to put that out here in the list too. But I've got back burner projects. So Marled Mania Marled Mania leggings in that box, and then we've got pieces of a memory blanket. I'll get to that in a second as to why I'm saying pieces of a memory blanket. And then this was that corner to corner that I've been working on in the background. And then this is just like super scrappy, marled together. It was going to be a blanket, but then I decided I'm just going to make that into a wrap. Maybe. I don't know yet. But let me get you on a tripod and then we can discuss. Okay, so we all have scrappy yarn, right? You know, we make projects and we have all these little bits and bobs, and this is a lot of bits and bobs. So when I think I have enough to do anything, and by enough I'm talking, what is that, like a gram? This is probably a half a gram. I don't know what that would be in yards, maybe like 3 yards of yarn. Same here, 3 or 4 yards of yarn. Yeah, 2-3 yards. And then I've got something small like this, which is wool-like, loosen threads wool-like. This is probably, I don't know, 5 grams of yarn. So anyway, when I have little things like this, super back burner project, I will do something like this. That is going to usually be a blanket. Most of the time when I do scraps like that, it's going to be a blanket. My last one was a rainbow one. I'll put a picture up. And this one was going to be a blanket, but honestly I am using, what hook am I using? I think I'm using an H hook. This is an I hook. And single crochet, no, half. See, I don't remember until I do it because it's so back burner. I have no freaking clue what I even did, or where I left off. There we go. I left off over here. So yeah, this is half double crochet, U.S. terms. So that's just a lot. Plus I'm marling it. I'm holding 2 at a time until one runs out, and then I just add another one in there. And this one is, I guess you could say I'm kind of color managing because I've got like this brown and black going on here, and then this green, and now I'm going into purples, and I've got a whole lot of this purple cotton here, and then some more purple here, and then I'll probably go into the grays or something since that's what I have left. Right now this is, I don't know, 4 inches wide. I may stop it at 10 just because this is so super back burner. I don't even know. So it just kind of depends on what I have left for projects, which you never know. So that's one project that I have going on. And then busting at the seams over here in my little box, I've got bigger amounts of scraps for the Stephen West pattern Marled Mania leggings. So this actually isn't a scrap, but it's going to be thrown into a scrap. You would have seen this in my yarn stash video. It's single ply. I'm not going to really use it for anything. So this is perfect because I'm holding these triple. I'm holding everything triple, and I'm doing dark colors first. So this is, you know, enough to do 1/2 inch or something on the legs for each color or something like that. I don't know. But as many dark colors as I have that I know I'm not going to use for anything else are going into this, which I feel like I might work on today because I'm needing to work on something different. But this is as far as I've gotten on the Marled Mania leggings. I did the, I guess it's not, what is this? For the belt. So you have to do an I-cord for the belt, and you're supposed to fold this over. So I don't know if I'm gonna fold this over. I guess I will, but that's how long that ribbing is going to be when you fold it over. And then, so how much have I done with this? 4 inches, 3 inches, probably about 3 inches. But as you can see, I'm doing all dark colors, so I'm starting off dark and then gradually going into light. And underneath this is more stuff, so scrap. A lot of this stuff is, oh my goodness, just random yarn dyers, honestly. Some of this is mine, like this is mine. This yellow, this is, oh God, I don't even make this anymore. Sunshine, maybe? I think that was Sunshine. This is an OG. I made this years ago. Pink champagne on ice. This color here is Golden Pearls. Flirting is a part of my heritage. I remember that because I bought so much of this yarn at different bases, it wasn't even funny. But yeah, it's all wool, just all different types of scrap. So if you're looking for ideas, I mean, you know, there's tons of stuff you can do, holding things double and triple, and use them for back burner projects. So, you know, things that you know are going to take you a few years to do. Put this away. And then with the memory blanket, I think the original pattern is using fingering weight yarn. I changed it to DK just so it can go, just so it can grow in size. And then what I do is I have this small wooden bowl and I just kind of save DK weight scraps. And then when I think I have enough to do a square, then I'll go ahead and, or a couple of squares actually, then I'll go ahead and do a section. So I don't like knitting blankets that are bulky, and the way the original pattern goes for the memory blanket, you're just building and building and building. So for instance, you're starting off with a 4 square, right? And then you're picking up and constantly picking up and then going into a direction, and you're just picking up, and it's supposed to just be continuous. Okay, that's fine and good. I can't stand that. It drives me nuts and it's just too much weight. I'd really rather mattress stitch something together than have all that bulkiness. So what I do is when I have enough for at least 2, I will pick it up. So I think I actually added 10 stitches as well to this pattern. So I changed it to DK and then I added 10 stitches. And then what I also did, just to make it interesting, is I've got the center square for the miter squares going in any old direction. This one actually is in the same direction, interestingly enough. But like this one here, I have 2 going this way, 1 going that way, 1 going that way. So I have 3 actually going this way and 1 going that way. This one here, 2 are going this way, 2 are going this way. And then what I try to do is make it fun. So when I'm making these squares, I try to color coordinate as much as possible, or you know, try to make it presentable in a way. So that's why I have a lot of striping going on with these, just to kind of make it pretty. I don't really have enough to do anything yet with these because I only have 3 full sections. I'm doing sections of 4, and then when I have enough, then I will start mattress stitching together. And when I say enough, I'm thinking, let's see, I have 4, maybe 12 complete sections, then I'll start mattress stitching together. So this is going to be a while. I started this project 3 years ago, I think, maybe even 4 years ago. So this is, again, super back burner. These are things I don't talk about on the podcast because they're so back burner and it's just pointless to talk about them. So this one's still waiting another one. So how do I get these squares to the centers to go in different directions? I just pick up in different ways. So if you're supposed to pick up going this way, then, like, you know, I might pick up going the other way or whatever, just so I can get these centers to go in a different direction. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but I don't like formality. I like to go against the flow as much as possible, so that's where that comes from. There is a pattern that I saw on Ravelry. It might have been from Bakery Bears, and what they have going on in that pattern, I'm not using that pattern, but I'm taking an idea from that pattern where there's, I think she's got 4 sections just like this, and then there's a border around each one, and then I don't have the pattern, I don't know the pattern, I just know what it looks like from my eyes. It looks like there's a border on each one, and then you're mattress stitching it together. That's what I'm assuming is going on. And I like that look, so I may do that. If I do that, that means I have to either buy or dye up yarn to do a border around each one. So I may or may not do that. I have it in my queue just as an idea in case I decide to do that. So I'm gonna put this away. And now for a pattern you have seen me talk about is the corner to corner, I forgot, Scrappy blanket or something like that. I will put the name on the screen and a picture up. And the only modifications that I've done with this pattern is, I think the original was DK. She has crochet instructions and knitting instructions. I did the knitting, and I added 10 stitches to the squares. It is a free pattern. So I haven't talked about these in a while. I don't remember what colors you've seen and what you haven't seen. But sometime in the beginning of summer or late spring, I laid what I had out on the floor, and just to kind of see what I had going on, and if it was enough for me to kind of form an idea of how I want the blanket to go. There really wasn't enough there, but it kind of helped me see the design a little bit. I have since added like 15 more squares. So what I'm going to do now, as I'm showing you this, when I'm done showing you all these colors, when I'm done with this, I'm going to lay all this out on the floor and hopefully have a much better idea of what I'm working with, what colors I need to add, because there are some colors that I'm staying away from just to kind of stay within a color palette. So I'm not doing greens. Like this is a teal. I don't know how it's showing up on the screen, but I'm doing teals, I'm doing dark blues, I'm doing periwinkle, I'm doing gray, white, different shades of pink, some purple. Do I have any more of that kind? No. All right. So what I'm not doing is adding in reds. I'm not adding in green because I don't have any in these piles. So I think, and honestly, those brown and white ones I'm probably going to take out. I am going to take these out because they don't go. I made those early on and they stick out like a sore thumb in the blanket, so those are going out. So there was that type, and then these are the borders, so the outlining part. So what you saw previously was all the internal parts of the blanket, and these are the outside parts of the blanket. So yeah, I'm not doing, this might come out too, because this is a little bit green and that might stick out like a sore thumb too, but I'll see when I lay it out. But yeah, I'm not doing greens, I'm not doing reds, oranges, because they don't really go with the color palette. Not that there's a whole lot of color palette going on here, like color coordination, I should say. But I don't want something to clash really badly either. So I'm kind of sticking to some type of coordinated thing here. So I'm going to lay this out and let's see what we have going on. So really right now, if I wanted to, I can just sew all this up and make a blanket. This is not how the official layout is going to be. It just gives me an idea of how big the blanket has gotten and how much more I want to do. And I definitely want to do more going this way. This is almost enough to do a twin size. So I think what I want to do, because I've got a few extra of these centerpieces here, I think what I want to do, let me see here, got two. I want to at least go one more row of these, so that'll be 2, 4, 6, 5, no, 8. I need to do 8 more of these, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more of these. My math might be off, but at least I know that I have to do at least 8 more of each one to get close to the size that I want, and then I'll be ready to do that. I think what I might do too is just play around some more, since I have enough here to get a better idea of color coordination, how I want this to go, and then take a photo of it so that I know. Maybe I should wait, because yeah, you know, adding 16 more squares is going to throw this off. So I will wait and lay this out again. I don't know if you can see all of that. Lay this out again so that I know what I'm working with. Yeah, so that's the blanket. I'm excited about it. If I'm being honest, I feel slightly overwhelmed with all of these projects that I have going on, the back burner projects, and then the projects that I'm currently working on, and then the 2 new projects that I've added on. And I'm trying to make it a point from today to the rest of the year to not add anything else to my projects, because I really want to get this stuff worked through. I want to get that crochet blanket that I'm going to turn into a wrap that I just showed you, the first one. I'm going to make that into a wrap. I want to get that one done first because that's the easiest. I don't know if I have enough yarn for that. If I don't, then I guess I'll just sit around for a couple more years, but I really would like to get that done because I've been working on that for at least 4 years, if not 5, I think. It's been a long time. And then that memory blanket, that's going to take forever because, like I said, I want to at least have 12 sections of those before I even start to lay that out. And I know that's not going to be big enough, so that's going to be forever. But it's always lingering in the back of your mind, you know? It's like, oh, I got to get this done. Oh, I got to get this done. I don't want to frog any of it. I want them all. It's just, it's going to take forever for me to get to finishing those. Which is why I think I want to work on the Marled Mania sock. Why do I keep calling them socks? Marled Mania leggings. Because I haven't worked on that in a couple of months. I have enough yarn now to do some significant work on it. And I'm tired of working on all these other whips that I've been working on. And it'll just be something different to kind of, like, you know, stimulate my brain. So I think I'm going to do that tonight, maybe even tomorrow. And I am very close to finishing my Hello Gorgeous. I'm on that second arm and I've started the decreases already. So I'm not going to say that it'll be done in a week because we've already heard that lie a couple of times. When it gets done, it gets done. I mean, it's October 4th and it's 90 degrees outside right now. Clearly I still have time. Yeah. Global warming, y'all. That's all I gotta say. So, but I'm almost done. The finish line is ahead of me. And then when I'm done with this, I just need to tink back on this bind off and do a stretchy bind off because it's a little tight. And that's it. And that's just gonna require, I don't know, a smidge more yarn. Maybe like a foot or 2 feet of yarn. And I'll have plenty for that. So, those are the projects that are gonna be on my mind and in my lap for the next couple of days. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to say for today. So go make something and I will see you later. And I hope your vlogtober's going well, and I hope you're looking forward to those Rhinebeck videos because I know I am. So, but I will see you later. little while. All right, bye.